Well, hello everyone. Jane here from Your Way Weight Loss, and we're talking to you on February 16th. So today is February 21st when you guys are watching this, and we're like, usually our topics are very much recorded ahead, and they're just coming out as they come out. But right now we're trying to be almost like to the date of when you guys hear this and how we're feeling. I listened to our podcast because when we're recording, sometimes I forget what we say. I'm like, what did, yeah. So I listened to part 1 that came out yesterday or Monday, and it was good. And I see already the progression of when we recorded and how we felt and now how we feel right now. So I'm sure when this comes out in 5 days, we're going to be like, oh, this has now happened,
I know. I was saying on our nightly confessionals. So every night we go into our bedrooms and we talk to the camera. I feel like yours are 75 minutes and mine are like 3 sometimes.
Okay. I was just about to say that like mine last night was 1 minute.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, no, it really depends on what happened that day. So some are 6 minutes and some are legit. Last night was 1.5 minutes because I'm like, status quo today, felt good. I mean, we're just getting used to it now. In terms of like, there's not a lot of shock. I mean, our system is what it is. I pooped this morning.
Ooh.
I don't think I pooped yesterday.
Great news.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't usually have issues pooping, and I'm not having issues pooping, but I just wanted to let everyone know that I pooped. What about you? Are you having pains still?
Okay, wait, let me finish that thought of confessionals. So we go to confessionals, and last night I was saying, like, I feel like all our lessons are learned. Like, but I'm sure new lessons will come up for us in the next 2 weeks. But like, we've really seen the power of like not labeling food as bad. That's been a powerful lesson. We've really seen that it doesn't matter what we're eating. We're still going to crave what we're not eating. That was a powerful lesson. That you can eat sugar and donuts and still lose weight. That was a powerful lesson. Like, I'm like, okay, what's left? There's nothing left.
No, I feel the same way. That's a great way to put it, actually. Like, I'm like, what else could we learn or feel? But at the end of the day, and I went live on our group and I talked about, I said, you could be looking at me and saying like, oh, I could never eat 2,000 calories of Tim's and lose weight. And I'm like, I would have said that about myself.
Yes.
And I'm like, I would have been the perfect example of saying that about myself because, I don't have a lot of body fat. I'm not at a point where my natural body burns a lot of calories. You know what I mean? Just because of my weight. And so I would have definitely been the person not having to do with donuts or whatever, because I know how calorie deficit works. I don't label food. And I know that no matter what you eat, if you're in a calorie deficit, you lose weight. But it was more the fact that I can eat 2,000 calories a day and that I'm losing. I am still almost in shock by that. And what it's doing is it's creating deeper awareness in who I was before. Like that's the biggest lesson right now is more that shock of like, wow, Josie. And then I said, I'm saying this with the nicest intentions is we are consuming, all of us, like me included, we are consuming more than we think we are. And I knew that was a thing, but you almost think it's not you. Even me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But not me. There's like data that shows like that people underestimate between like 10 and 70% are underreporting how many calories. And you're like, oh, clearly that's everyone in the world but me.
Exactly. So I guess 2 things that I'm noticing. I'm also thinking about how it adds up fast. And as much as people are like, oh my God, that's a lot of food for 2,000 calories. It's just all right. Like we're not snacking in between. We're not, it's just, I don't find that it's like a lot of food. And I'm just imagining how I'm eating on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And how I feel full. Like I'm eating 2,000 calories of Tim's and I have not felt full yet. I feel just satisfied. Like I don't feel like stuffed. And I have felt stuffed in my life. So I can just imagine how many calories I was consuming.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. And the way that I eat is a little bit different. So I for sure feel that feeling of full when I eat like a breakfast sandwich and a donut. I eat that like in one and you more spread yours. But like for sure not feeling like stuffed. There's some amazing awareness. I actually think there's going to be some epic stuff that comes March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Like those first few days when we're done, I think there's going to be a lot of learning moments there.
Yeah. I think that, so basically today, you guys, we just wanted to update you how things have been going. Just like kind of like the 2-week report. There was less drama this week with the report than last week. So last week I reported that I had lost weight. I don't think we talked about that, right? Because we wouldn't have filmed.
We did
after
part
that.
2, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, that there was some drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this week, not a lot of drama. I mean, I didn't go deep into the TikTok comments. Was there drama? Oh my God, tell me.
I mean, there's for sure still drama about what we're doing, but obviously these are people that like are just watching a 15-second TikTok and not looking back and not understanding. What I am finding is a lot of our TikTok followers are now backing us up.
Right.
What I'm noticing right now, and maybe I'm just being like hypersensitive to it, there's like 2 things. Number one is people are like, that's not 2,000 calories. Like they're questioning how many calories we're putting. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. And someone like added it. I said 1900 and someone added it all up for me and said that didn't, and they were at 1900 and they said that didn't even include your coffees, which are clearly at least 150 calories each. And I was like, my coffees are 40 calories each. And I took the butter off this sandwich and the cheese off that sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, and I did oh my goodness. And I did a TikTok, and also this is not about the calories we're consuming. So I could friggin' put whatever, like it's not even about the calories we're consuming, like, and also the conversation is we're all estimating. And I did a TikTok on that and tons of people like backed me up. They're like, we're all just, I'm like, sometimes I put mayo, sometimes I take off. Am I going to write all of that on this 15-second TikTok? Also, like, we don't owe you anything. Like, we don't have to write all the details. What is wrong? Like, why are they upset? It's very interesting to me.
I think that they're upset because we're proving that maybe some of their beliefs are not, we're challenging their beliefs. And right. I think it's probably human nature. The very first time that you're seeing, or your first few times that someone challenging your beliefs, you immediately go to try and explain why.
Right.
Like, I still see
instead of like maybe inner conversations of like, maybe this way of believing in things could really add value to my life.
It's just like, well, clearly you're counting your calories wrong. Clearly you're, someone said, well, like obviously you're
excessively exercising.
Clearly your weight normally fluctuates. This is just a normal fluctuation. I'm like, the trend is very much down.
Yes. I mean, it's so interesting. And also like, why are we assuming negative intentions on us? Like, why not assume, like, why are they like, you must be evil people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like you're lying. Like, why are you assuming that? And why is that your perception? I saw that there's also the conversation of health as well. Like they're so like, this is so unhealthy. And I'm like, you don't even know what we're consuming. And oh man, there's that conversation about excess fat on your body as well. That's just like, are we serious right now? Like there's I'm so
like not ready to have that conversation yet until the end. I think at the end, we will be able to have a really, really powerful conversation about health and about our choices and about, like you said, just valuing not having extra fat on your body and that what that can bring to your health.
And it's like everyone's so worried about like they really go outside of their body to be like healthy, not healthy, whatever. And they're not creating awareness around carrying 50 extra pounds of fat around their organs and the effects that has on their health more than me eating a belt. You see what I'm saying?
Of these people, how many know how many grams of sugar every day they're consuming? What is the percentage, do you think, of human beings that know the grams of sugar they're consuming in the run of a day?
I know, Alicia, I know.
But they're sitting there. We're consuming.
Yes, I know. And so there's definitely that conversation that's going out there. And I did a great one this morning because someone was like, so this is just to prove that you can lose weight being in a calorie deficit. Doesn't matter what you eat. This is so unhealthy. And I was like, no, this is not the point of the documentary at all. But because we don't have to prove that, like we don't have to, but we're actually shocked at how much this is actually happening. Like our intentions were just to like eat Tim Hortons and see how it goes and be transparent about it. And we knew that naturally the conversations we wanted to bring to the table were going to be brought to the table just by us doing this, us having cravings, us missing our life, us feeling restricted, us really excited, and how we're planning March 1st right now. And we're actually, we had the conversation of like, we're not worried. Like worried is not the proper word, but we're definitely almost looking ahead at like, are we going to eat all the things once this is done? Because we've been feeling like we've really missed regular food.
That's gonna be something. And I was sharing this. I don't know. There's so much sharing, so much talking that goes on. So I don't know who I was actually talking to, but I was saying that it's not that I'm like worried that I'm gonna gain the weight back. It's not about that. It's like I don't want to eat like an asshole. I still want to be the person I want to be on March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And like being the person who eats and drinks to the point of feeling sick is not who I want to be. So I'm worried that it's going to be hard for me to show up as who I want to be because of this. Not about the weight I'm going to gain back.
No.
And that cycle, like I don't want to get into
that cycle. Yeah. I know. And we're seeing ourselves who have, high emotional maturity. We know what's up. This is just a documentary, a very rational thinking when it comes to what we're doing. And our emotions are still being affected. And we still see ourselves thinking things, very diet mentality. And we're like trained professionals in like knowing the cues, knowing the triggers, knowing the thoughts. And we're still getting almost sucked in to like those old thought process and habits. So it's it's just 2 weeks. We've only done it for 2 weeks and we're getting sucked in already, you know, and like almost, expecting weight loss because we're on a menu and we're tired of it, and just stuff like that. And we're like, wow, it really does play a role.
What Jose is talking about a lot, guys, is what's been happening around the scale and our emotions with the scale. And I'm happy to share with the world. I'm sure you are too, Miss Sharer on Sharer.
I'm the sharer of the world. That's what I do.
But we were talking about weight loss, and guys, honestly, we went into this documentary not trying to lose weight. We both thought weight loss would probably happen. To be
not trying to lose weight, but not trying to gain weight as well.
Exactly. We both thought weight loss might happen. Certainly didn't think the amount of weight loss was going to happen. But we've already caught ourselves now in the numbers game. So like, feeling satisfied with 1,900 calories and thinking, tomorrow could I do 18? Like I had that thought and I was like, Alicia had the thought of jealous that you've lost more weight than me. How ridiculous is that? Like, I'm sad that I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah, no, but it's good. It's good that you're saying it out loud, Alicia.
The weight, my weight is fluctuating. Frustrated with that. Annoyed with that. The last 3-4 days, I've been down, up, down, up, down, up. So very much fluctuating. Frustrated with that. Why? And like cranky about doing what I'm doing because now I'm not losing weight. When you're doing something, you should still be happy even if you're not losing weight.
Yes.
So there's been a lot, and I see how weight loss, and do you know what? People start telling you look good too. Neil's like, look at your ass. So like you start to like, people tell you look good when you start losing weight, right? That reinforces the weight loss, the number going down. And then it makes it easier to ignore the fact that you're putting your life on hold to do this. You're like, oh, it's fine. I'm in it right now. I'm ignoring, but it's there. It's nagging and it's there, but it's easy to ignore while you're losing weight.
Like Alicia said, so good. You get blinded by weight loss. You get blinded by that feeling. You really do. And like, we have not chased weight loss or, wanted weight loss in a very long time. We've been maintaining, we've been just like really focused on making sure that no matter what the scale says, we're happy with how we're living our lives. That's legit our dream. Right now, we're not happy with how we're living our lives. honestly, this is not how we want to live our lives.
No.
So we're not happy with how we're living our lives. And so we're like, we better freaking get weight loss out of this, because if I'm not happy living my life and gaining a bunch of weight, ça va pas bien là. And I think that when we hear people, we're in the weight loss industry, so we definitely have spoken to a lot of people while they're on their weight loss journey, and it's like, if I didn't lose weight this week, I quit. And then I'm like, oh, we need to talk about that. Why? Well, I did this, and this. You did things for weight loss that you did not want to do. And that is going to be a problem, whether it's a problem this week or it's a problem next year. It's going to be a problem one day that you're doing things that you don't want to be doing for weight loss. It's not gonna pay off. It's not gonna be good one day. So maybe you will get on the scale and you get that big, like 2 pounds or whatever, and you're like, oh, hashtag worth it. Okay. One day though, that's not going to happen. One day you're going to get weight fluctuation. One day it's not going to go down because of many other reasons, or you're just not in a calorie deficit and you're going to be super frustrated and it's not going to be good enough for you to continue. So you really need to focus on that from the get-go.
I mean, what happens when you're at your maintenance journey? Like you don't lose weight forever. So what happens? Imagine that you have only been reinforced by the scale going down and people telling you that you look a certain way has been your only reinforcement, your weight loss journey. You get to the end, you're done, you're maintaining. None of your reinforcers are there anymore. People will stop telling you you look good after you've lost weight. The scale does not continue to go down. Then you gain it all back. Because you were only doing the things for the comments, for the weight loss, for the number, and that ends. That will end. Yeah. So you need to be reinforced by what you're doing.
And you also, like, when you love what you do, like, it's just not as difficult, and that's the goal, to love what you do in a skin that you feel comfortable in. Done. That's maintenance. It's not a number. It's not a look. It's a feeling with a life that you like. Done. Oh, I'm done. I guess this is the dream. This is what I have always wanted. Because right now you might be living a life that you like in a body that you really, in a skin that you don't feel comfortable in. So you're trying to match the two. How can I love my life while living in a comfortable body? And in the past, you've gotten the body, but not the life. So how can we coexist both? And you have to bring your life while you're trying to create that comfortable body, Oh, this is good.
It's really good. I've been thinking a lot lately about like really trying to explain to people what it takes to actually lose weight and keep it off. And I actually said that in a TikTok and they're like, see, why didn't you just say that from the start? But they're still taking my words and thinking that what I mean is calorie deficit.
I know, I saw.
And I'm like, but that's not it. Like,
and someone keep going. Sorry.
It's happiness. It's making choices that align with your values. It's having the skill of adjusting. It's having a why bigger than a number on the scale. These are all things. It's having a healthy relationship with food, which is not labeling food. It's all of these things mushed together with calorie deficit. And that's why we can't just say it like that. And because there's so much to say.
Someone said to lose weight and keep it off, for it to be sustainable, it needs to be healthy. So basically, and I was like, and also they're taking, again, it's their perception.
I know.
Because they're like, so you're saying that eating Tim Hortons is sustainable. I'm like, no, it's actually the opposite. While we're doing this, we know it's not sustainable. That's why we're doing it, to do a documentary to prove that when you're on a menu, it's not sustainable. Like, it's very interesting to us. They think that our results we're showing that this is sustainable. And I'm like, no, it's the opposite. Like, can we just wait and not, can we just wait and not put out there what the documentary is about when you have not seen the documentary yet? It's very interesting to me.
Who is our head cheerleader on TikTok right now? Head cheerleader.
Your mom.
Linda Stafford.
Stafford.
She sent me the cutest like pep talk today, basically.
Okay. What did she say?
She sent me like a little meme. She said, when TikTok posts are mean, think this. Not everyone is going to think you're gorgeous, amazing, and magical. They're wrong though, dickheads.
And, oh my God, I love your mom so much.
And do you know what she said? She said, I spent a lot of time on TikTok, and she said, people are so mean. She puts herself through the pain of following people that like have like sick children.
Oh my goodness. I go out of my way to make sure I
I
just
like
keep
go
scrolling.
so fast past those.
The fastest scroll ever.
Oh, anyway. And so she says there's even in those, people are being mean to like the mom of the kid. So people are for sure going to be mean to us eating donuts if they're mean to that poor mother.
I know. I think that, okay, one of the parts that I really enjoy, that I think is important right now is creating awareness with what we're doing. So for example, I ate 35 donuts in the first 14 days, okay? And I've lost a 4.8, like 5 pounds, okay? That's pretty insane. And I think that you could look at that and say, oh, well, I could never do that and just go about your day. Or you could be like, this person, how did she manage this? Learn more about, I'm not a unicorn, you guys. I'm like, I think people are like, oh, well, it's just her metabolism. It's her excess exercise. Do you actually know me? I don't excess exercise. I work out 30 minutes a day. I think maybe I work out more than the average American, but I don't think that we would put me in a category of excessive exercise.
Neither of us.
Exactly. And also we're two healthy humans. That means that our body doesn't need a lot of energy to function us. Chances are you might be looking at me and you are probably heavier than me, and you have more excess fat than me. And you're thinking, I could never do that. I thought that about myself. I would have had that exact same thought about myself. I would have been like, oh my goodness, like I need to, because my body doesn't burn a lot of calories, just being me, same as Alicia. I cannot eat the same as Jose 100 pounds heavier. If I was heavier, I could eat more calories and still lose weight. Whereas 100 pounds less, I have to eat less calories if I want to lose weight. It's just the math behind it. It just makes sense. And so I think you should obviously everyone should take our documentary and our results as just a moment to think, wow, I wonder how much I am consuming if this person that's in a healthy BMI range is eating 2,000 calories and losing weight. I am having that conversation with myself. I'm thinking, what does Jose pre-Tim Hortons was consuming? Because she was heavier and maintaining, not even creating a deficit, So I'm creating awareness on myself right now, Jose versus Jose. And I think everyone could definitely do that and learn and take a moment and think of your weekends. Everything.
I love what you're saying there. Like, and I still see people trying to explain why this couldn't be them or why it's special for you. It's good that we're both doing it because we're both getting like the same results, but doing kind of two different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Our style is different. The way we move our bodies is different. Yeah. So it's really important that people learn, like when people says, look at me trying to be low carb and still gaining, look at me doing this and still gaining. And it's like, okay, guys, like, our intention are so that you can understand calorie deficit and run with it.
Yeah. And find your way. So, and you need to find your way, you guys. Like we're all coming in with baggage. So my baggage that plays a role in my deficit is my weight, my age, my genetics, blah, 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 my whatever, if I have conditions, I don't know, but you come in with yours. So Alicia has her weight, her age, her height, her genetics, her thing. Then whoever's listening, you're coming in with your baggage of stuff. And then you have to figure out your calorie deficit lifestyle. What lifestyle puts me in a calorie deficit that I'm really happy in? And so by looking at us, this is not my lifestyle. Eating Tim Hortons every day is not going to continue being my calorie deficit lifestyle. It made me look into mine though. Once this is done, I think that's what it did for me. It's looking into my lifestyle of maintenance, even calorie deficit or calorie surplus, whatever. But it's like, wow, like I'm just thinking about how many calories I'm consuming on those days that I have like really no clue and that I'm feeling so full and that I'm like, oh my God, I must be at 5 because it goes up so fast. It really does. You're at a Super Bowl party and you're crushing those wings and you're crushing those nachos and you're crushing those beers. You're in 5,000 calories, and you don't even know it, And then you're on TikTok talking shit about me eating donuts while you're doing that at your Super Bowl party. You know what I mean? Like, but it's about health and balance. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, like, I'm also someone that that's not overweight. So that's really good for my health. Does that make sense? Like, me not being overweight is good for my health as well. And I think that I don't know. I feel like we're always on one side of the conversation, and I'm tired of it. I'm on the other side, pointing things out.
Something that I want to point out to everyone about what the conversation that Jose was having about like her calories burned and stuff. I just want to have a quick conversation about calories out. Okay. So basically, how do we get calories out? Is I would say I probably, based on this experiment, on average, maybe get out, let's say 2,400 calories a day, let's say. Okay. Maybe 2,300, let's say. Okay. I just wanted easy math. Let's say 2,400 go out of my body every single day. Okay. My walks probably contribute to 400 of those. And I explained this on a TikTok and I said, it's not a lot. I didn't mean it wasn't a lot of calories. I meant percentage wise of my total calories out. It's not that significant. 2,000 of that, and I'm just doing easy math, is me living my life. So going to get my kids, making supper, doing laundry, my organs.
Being Alicia.
My organs functioning, food digestion, all of that, okay? And when you are a heavier person, clearly, imagine Alicia plus 70 pounds. Walking up my stairs with 70 pounds, that would be like me having my 7-year-old on my back. It's going to be harder, me carrying my 7-year-old walking up the stairs. Imagine carrying her around all day long. That takes a lot more energy. So that's why when you're heavier, living your life, if you led the exact same life, you would burn more calories. Now, what tends to happen when we're heavier, we're friggin' tired. So we actually move less. And I don't mean exercise less necessarily, just like doing chores, walking, parking the car further away, all those little things that add up, and you're tired. You're tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to explain that piece.
Yeah, absolutely. And I often always want to compare me with me. So I'm like, Jose, 100 pounds heavier,
yes,
would be burning more energy in a run of her day because she's heavier.
Yes.
And it takes more energy, but probably Jose 100 pounds heavier wouldn't do a spin class a day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there's like, and so my lifestyle, and honestly, it's not about me. Your life is not about how Jose lives her life and how many donuts she's eating. The thing is, though, is we're hoping this creates awareness in your own life. That message that I got from the girl that said, you know what? I just, for fun, calculated how many calories were in my macaroni portion for supper. And she said there was 2,000 calories in her macaroni portion. And she said, and that would have been deemed okay-ish because it's a homemade meal. But you're being almost attacked on the internet for eating 2,000 calories of Tim Hortons all day. Whereas me, I just ate 2,000 calories for supper. And now I'm wondering why I'm not losing weight. And so it's that awareness piece, and I'm creating awareness in my own life, creating my own experience doing it. And it's going to allow me to maybe behave differently or learn things about myself. We're hoping this helps you learn things about yourself as well.
We are hoping that this helps you to create awareness in your own life. And if you watching us, if you learn something new, if you're like, wow, I didn't realize the Boston cream was only 220, or wow, I can't believe that large ice cap is 500. If we can have opportunities to create awareness in our life, then maybe that makes you think, I wonder in my own life. And I had a similar moment where I had a member say, I wonder how much ground beef I'm consuming. And she put her normal portion on her plate, and then she weighed it, and it was 10 ounces.
Wow.
10 ounces.
Which is fine, you guys. But when you think you only put 4 and you put 10, then you can make a choice.
And that's the piece. So we want you, every single person listening, we are doing this so that you can create awareness in your own life so that you get to choose. It's not so that you think that's bad. It's so that you have all the information and you get to choose. And you don't have to go around feeling frustrated or broken that you're not losing weight and not understanding why you're not losing weight. Where are these calories coming from? Creating awareness is the first step.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think that we're doing something so extreme to
Yes.
create conversations.
We're
Like, I mean,
doing
at the end of yeah.
we're doing something extreme because we were doing the non-extreme version of this and telling people over and over and over for years.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have a bigger impact because
Yeah.
us showing up, drinking our wine, eating our ice cream sandwiches, having our salad, moderation, balance, we were modeling that for years. And it is not going to have the same impact as the next 28 days, this 28 days of us showing an extreme version.
Yeah. That's really good.
Oh, thank you.
All right, everyone. So that's like our update. As you're watching this, we're actually 3 weeks in and only 7 days left.
Oh my gosh.
That's exciting.
Okay, so
We're
wait, one little
go
thing. So Jose lost 4.8 and has
yes,
consumed 30 donuts. I've lost
35 donuts.
35. Oh, you ended up with one last night?
Yes. No, but that's 14 days.
Oh, right. 35 donuts.
You said 30 and I was like, "Girl, it's more than 30. Did you count your day 14 donuts on your 2-week
No.
thing?"
I did. So mine's
Okay.
30. Yours is 35. I have been consuming some cinnamon buns though, guys. So
Oh, you've been really into those. I actually had 3 donuts yesterday. They're adding up quick. I think I might hit after 28 days. I'm probably going to hit because I'm on average for sure 2 a day. So that's 56. Probably like 70, maybe
yeah.
65, 70.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretty. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a snack like anything else. And when people are like, "Oh my God, the sugar," and I'm like, "There's more sugar in my brand muffin." Like yeah, and they're really shocked about the 220 calories in a Boston cream.
Yep.
Really shocked about that.
I mean, on the app, it actually says 208. So
I know. What maybe we should switch that.
Okay. So quickly before we let them go, do you have any predictions for the next 2 weeks? What are your predictions?
I'm predicting just like kind of being more and more over it, and having more cravings, and almost like looking too much forward to March 1st. Like I really will have to calm down the emotions of that day.
Yeah.
And be more rational. Like Jose, you have your whole life to eat what you want.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be all today. So I'll have to calm that down. I mean, we have big plans for the first Saturday. Alicia and I are going to celebrate. So there's just a lot. I know there's a lot happening. So I think it's just everything we're feeling on steroids, Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of noise about the after in the next couple weeks coming up. I think we will continue to lose weight. I think we will continue to eat donuts.
I think we will. There's nothing else on the menu. Did you see that someone that's like, were you even eating that many donuts before? I'm like, absolutely not, because I'm now on this menu. Like, you know what I mean?
I know. Oh my God.
I was like, no, I wasn't, because I wasn't just eating Tim Hortons. Right now, it's a perfect snack for me. Like it's perfect for evening snack. It's perfect for afternoon. And it's yummy. So that's why I'm eating a lot of them, because that's what's on their menu. Okay. Let's let this be. I think that it's a really good check-in point for them to know more about what we're doing. But I see awareness, I see conversations, and I'm liking it.
I would love for you guys, show us some support, go on our Instagram and comment under this podcast. Tell us how we've created awareness. In what area of your life has awareness been created since watching this all unfold?
Perfect. All right, everyone, you know how to follow us. Follow us everywhere. We're everywhere. It's hard to like ignore us, actually. And if you're like, how can I follow your daily reports? That's on TikTok. And we often put them. We're also very present in our personal Instagram. And so Jose _YWWL and Alicia _YWWL, and Your Way Weight Loss as well on Instagram. We go live. We talk a lot about what we're doing. So almost everywhere you can see what we're doing daily. Or join us, because we're amazing and fun, and you get to lose weight in a way that you've never done that before. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.